What's going on, guys? My name is Triforce Addiction. Welcome back to another COD mode video. So today I want to talk about the newly buffed CORDITE. So I did hold off on making a lot of different videos for the weapon buffs because honestly there's a lot. And second, I got tired after last week because, well, honestly I don't even know why I stopped playing, but you know, it's a little different. I'm still trying to adjust with this whole double channel schedule. So things are going to be a little bit more hectic, so bear with me. I will find a flexible schedule, trust me. But yeah, today we are going to discuss the CORDITE because it was one of the weapons within the Season 6 update that was buffed. In fact, there were like a lot of weapons that got buffed, but the CORDITE was one of them that I did want to see. And now that I've seen it, it's almost hardly noticeable. Maybe in close range, but yeah, it kind of feels the same. I really can't explain it, but believe me, it does feel a little different. There is a lot more damage when it comes to close range, and it makes it more consistent. But for me personally, out of all the SMGs, this is probably one of the more scarier ones, at least for me, because it's always so unpredictable. I don't really come across a lot of people using it even before it was buffed, but when I do, it's usually never really a good experience. You could have like the strongest SMG, you could have like the Mac 10 and somehow they will still fuck you up. It's crazy. So this SMG is definitely an underdog. Usually at first, or I guess in face value, you wouldn't see it as an intimidating weapon because, let's be honest, I mean, not a lot of people use the CORDITE. It hasn't really been used since before the Gunsmith came out. I believe it was like a meta back in the day. This was before you were able to get all the guns for free. And this was probably one of the more scarier guns to go up against because it had great hip fire. I mean, even now it still does. And it was much more powerful than what it is right now. The CORDITE was definitely one of those SMGs that was put aside for a long time. And I guess they had to do something with it because at some point they are going to, I guess, make another legendary. Maybe that's why it got buffed. The 0G CORDITE can only entertain us for so long, right? So I think it was about time that the CORDITE got a buff anyways. It's been kind of one of those SMGs that's been neglected for a long time. And it's not to say that it wasn't a solid SMG before, because like I said, before it was buffed, it was still a very scary and unpredictable gun to go against. It's like that one scary anime character that doesn't reveal their power unless it's necessary. It's one of those things. But there were moments in between where I would try out the weapon just to see how it would perform. And, you know, before the update, it was pretty solid anyways. It was always a consistent 5-shot. It did have 4-shot potential, but it was really if you're like freaking making out with the person or if like your eyeballs were just like literally touching. That's how close you had to be to get a 4-shot back then. But it has been extended far better than ever was before. But again, like I said, it kind of feels the same, but I know it's not. It's weird. This gun's very, very weird with me. But I think one of the best qualities for this gun is the fact that its hip fire is absolutely insane. And even after all this time, even after the meta passed before the Gunsmith came out, the hip fire of this thing was probably one of the best of any SMG. And even now, it's still very formidable. The only SMGs that I could think of that competes with it is maybe the Mac 10 and the Fennec, and maybe the MX9. If you have like full hipfire attachments, you almost never have to aim. So yeah, the hipfire was definitely one of the best qualities about this SMG. And you know, every gun in this game does have some sort of special quality, but yeah, there are some SMGs or even assault rifles out there that have like really, really good hipfire for no reason. This is one of those weapons, and I know I'm going to say this, and I know it's going to sound weird, but the Man of War is kind of like the same thing. I don't know if you've ever hip-fired with that weapon, but for a very, very slow-firing assault rifle, it seems to have like really, really good hip-fire. So here are the changes for the CORDITE. As small as they are, they do create a huge impact for the weapon. The chest multiplier was improved from 1 times to 1.2 times. Our multiplier improved from 1x to 1.1x. ADS time improved from 240 milliseconds to 220 milliseconds. So yeah, like I said, it's a little faster and it does a little bit more damage from like just close range and longer ranges. But there are times where, you know, I would hit in the chest and somehow it'll give me like 24 damage instead of like 28 or 26. That's probably why it feels the same to me. Like sometimes it just feels very inconsistent, even if you're like dead on the chest or something. Maybe it's just that I'm too far away, or maybe I'm accidentally hitting the arm. But overall, I don't really see it having much of an impact because For the time that I've been playing in Season 6, even if it's a small amount, I haven't really seen a lot of people use it. I think I've only seen it once, and that was probably from a bot, but yeah, I haven't really seen a lot of people use it. I'm sure there's like plenty of you guys out there in ranked that are grinding, you know, master or even the leaderboards for that weapon, so much respect goes out to all of you guys who do that, but for me personally, I just don't like the SMG. Like, it's just not my cup of tea, but it is still fun to use from time to time. So the class setup that I have for you guys is the OWC Marksman with YKM Combat Stock, OWC Laser, rubberized. Well, you could take off rubberized and just replace with the suppressor. Those are interchangeable. And also the 80 round extended mag. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, make sure to subscribe for some more COD mobile content. I hope you guys enjoy the class setup, or of course just make your own. It doesn't really matter. But yeah, anyways, I'll see you guys next time. Thank you.